Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
Vaheguru, Vaheguru Sahib Ji, Parmesar Ditta Banna, दुख रो का डेरा पन्ना, आनंद करे नर नारी, हर हर प्रभ कृपा तारी। संतो सुख होआ सब थाई, पार ब्रह्म पूरन परमेश्वर, रब रहया सबनी जाई। रहो तुर की बानी आई, तिन सगली चिंत मिटाई। दयाल पुरख मेहरबाना, हर नानक साच वखाना। दयाल पुरख मेहरबाना, हर नानक साच वखाना। धन धन श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज, दसा पातशाह दी जोत इतिहास विच बैठी साध संगत जी रल मिल के फतेह बुलाएं जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। गुरु महाराज की कृपा नाल we've reached the last two pauri of Anand Sahib. Maharaj has blessed us for the last 2.5 years. We're going through Panj Bani Katha since about May 2 years ago, to 2.5 years ago now. And we've gone through Japji Sahib, Jap Sahib, Svaiye, Chaupe Sahib, and now Anand Sahib, as well as the Sikh Rahat Maryada. So, in this body, we're going to talk after this body a little bit, trying to get through both body of Anand Sahib today, but let's see how much we get through. Maharaj says, the 38th body, the 39th body, they say, Eho Saachaa Sohilaa, Saachai Ghar Gaavhu, Gaavhu ta Sohilaa Ghar Saachai, Jithai sada sacho tyavhe, sacho tyavhe, ja tud pavhe, gurmukhe jina bujavhe, eho sach sabna ka khasm hai, जिस बख्शे सो जन पावहे, कह नानक सच सोहिला, सच्चै घर गावहे। एहो साचा सोहिला, साचै घर गावहो। Maharaj says, in this Shabad they talk about Sohila. What does Sohila mean? I mean, obviously we know Kirtan Sohila, but what Sohila actually means is a song. It's a song, and what is this song about? Maharaj says, Eho Sacha Sohila. This true song. It's the true song. Why? Because it's singing about the truth. It's singing about the one that is true. Gurbani, Anand Sahib, all the parts so far, all the part that is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji is singing about Vaheguru. So, and he is Sacha, you know, Sacha Sahib, Saachanai, Pakhya Pao Apar. Man says he is a true master. How is he true? Because the things that we have in this world, which we think are ours, they were given to us, and one day we'll leave and they won't go with us. We think about how long the earth has been around for. If you think about the earth has been around since they say about 2 billion years, this earth. And life has only been around for 1 billion years. So, for the first billion years there was nothing in this world that was life, alive at all. And in this time of life, how many people have come upon this earth and said that I own this bit of land? Or this thing, and then died and gone. Animals even mark their territory, don't they? They think they own that bit of land. Then somebody comes along, takes it off them. And here we are in this world, marking this world off to be our own, but we know it's not ours. And we're going to go one day, somebody else will inherit it. And when the earth, the human race is gone, it'll go back to somebody else. Because let's face it, we're probably going to kill ourselves, isn't it, all of us? With all of our bombs and weaponry, human race is probably minimum amount of time left. So, he is a true master, he's created all of this, and Maharaj is singing about him. Eho Saachaa Sohilaa. Maharaj says, sing this true song of praise of Vaheguru. It sings about him, and where should we sing it? Maharaj says, Saachai Kar Gaavhu. Sing it in the true home. Kar means home. Saachai means in the true home. Kar Gaavhu. So sing it, and where should we sing it? In the true house. Now, it is a song about the truth, and also it's all poetry about the truth. I mean, if the truth is going to come down, it might as well come in the most beautiful way, i.e. poetry. You know, I was thinking about this just for a second. Even when people want to criticize, if you criticize someone in poetry, it just sounds amazing. Even some normal cuss would not be special, but when you do it in poetry, it means something. And if Maharaj was going to talk about Vaheguru like I'm doing Katha now, Maharaj said, you know what, I could do Katha to you, but why not do it in poetry? Because then it just goes straight to the heart. Because Gurbani is meant to be sung, isn't it? So Guru Maharaj is giving us the medicine. Like I was talking to somebody, I was saying, you know, Gurbani is not just a prescription. If you went to a doctor and he gave you a prescription, you then go to the chemist and you get the prescription, give it to the chemist gives you the medicine. But Gurbani is not just a prescription, it actually is the medicine. There's a big difference. Gurbani, meant to be sung, meant to be experienced, it is actually both the prescription and the medicine. This is the thing that's going to solve our problems. Singing Bani. So Maharaj goes back to singing, and they say sing it, this poetry about truth, and sing it in a true house. What is that true house? There's two ways you can see that. The first one is the true soul. The heart that is selling itself to Vaheguru, that Ghar, this Ghar for our soul, this body is our house for this soul. The soul has come on a long journey, and this time is housed in this body, and it has the ability to have the human life and experience Vaheguru. So Maharaj says, in this Ghar of yours, make this Ghar of yours a true home for this Bani, and it will come and stay here. If you imagine you're trying to invite something very nice to come and live in your house, you're going to have to make the house right for that, something beautiful. You do the preparation beforehand so that the house becomes worthy of that person, and when they come there, they will stay. I remember some relatives of mine came here. Unfortunately, they booked a hotel online. But when they got to the hotel, they said, oh no, they went in, had a look at it, and they go, nah, straight away got on the phone to look for somewhere else, because they'd seen a place online, they dressed it up all nicely, but when they got there, they realized that place was not for them. So Satsang is the same way for us. If we're going to invite him to our house, sing his Bani now, let's make ourselves ready for him so he will come and stay here as well. Maharaj says, in the true heart. But also the other meaning of this word, Saachai Kar, is in the Satsangi Jaga. The place where there is Kirtan of Vaheguru, the place where the Satsang gets together and sings praises of God. That Satsang Jaga, that place, Satsangat kaisi jani hai, jithe eko naam bakhani hai. Vaheguru is inside the Satsangat, which Sangat har prabh avasya jiyo. So Maharaj says, sing this Sohilaa when you come together, sing these songs when you come together in the holy places that you go to. Whether it's in your weekly Kirtan program at someone's house, whether it's in your own house, whether it's in the Gurdwara, but go to that place that is true, where they sing the truth, they sing the words of Gurbani, and then there, sing this song. E Saachaa Saachai Kar Gaavhu. Maharaj says, Gaavhu hota Sohilaa kar Saachai, jithe sada sach te aavahe. They say, sing this Sohilaa, Gaavhu hota Sohilaa. Gaavhu, where? Ghar Saachai. Again they say, sing it in that beautiful place, that heart that is open to Waheguru, the heart that is living Waheguru's bachans, and that place that is in accordance with Guru's maryada and the Guru's will, living that life. And what it says, Jithe Sada Sacho Teavahe. In case we didn't know, they again reiterate, what kind of place is that? Jithe, where Sada Sacha Teavahe, where the truth is always contemplated. So if our heart is always stuck to the truth, then there the Bani will come and sit. It's not like we can do Sikhi on a Saturday and Sunday Satsangji. It's not a weekend kind of religion, you know. We just read now in Bani, in Rera Sahib, Maharaj says, Eho, this Ehe Vast Taji Nahi Jai, Nit Nit Rak Or Taro. Keep it day and night inside you. And if you think about all of Sikhi is about changing the mind. Really, it's about changing the mind. So it goes from the world towards Guru. So you can't have two faces. You're trying to become a Gurmukh, you can't face the Guru and be facing away from the Guru. Something beautiful about God gave us face that looked one way. It's perfectly possible for us to have had those funny kind of eyes so that they go on the side of the head, like the lizards have, and they could have faced backwards and forwards at the same time. It's possible, isn't it? But Akal Purakh specifically gave us a face which both the eyes are pointing the same way right at the front, and we've got no spare ones at the back. So therefore we have to face one way or the other. So if we're facing towards our Guru and we are facing to become a Gurmukh, then that house, Jithe Sada Sach Tyavahe, forever and ever the truth is taught about there. Some people, they come to Gurdwara and they don't want to listen to the truth. I heard there was a Kirtani, very famous Kirtani, who now in his Katha has started talking about the problems in our Panth. And do you know what happened? Sangat Katgi. Sangat went to listen to him doing Kirtan, but as soon as he started telling people what's happening in the world and what we should be doing, they stopped going there. What does that mean? Sangat he doesn't want to face the truth. If he's talking the truth, he's not lying from Guru Sahib's stage, then therefore what is wrong with people listening to him? If something's wrong with the people, they don't want to face the truth about the world. And the Sikhs had never been like this. We've been the kind of people that love hearing the truth. We face up to our own truth. Sikhi's always been about facing up to what's going on in the world, not hiding away from it. But what's happening now is that Sikhs themselves don't want to talk about this stuff. Why? Because they don't love the truth. They love that little bit of Anand, they don't want the whole thing. Maharaj says in Bani, you have to face up to the world how it is. You know, the elephant, look at the size of the elephant. The elephant is controlled by one man, could be a skinny little man, sitting there with a stick, and the stick has a sharp bit at the end of it, and he pokes it into the elephant's back, under his neck, and the elephant feels that pain and listens to that man. The elephant is big enough to grab hold of that man and say, get away from me, I don't want to listen to you. But he doesn't. He listens to the stick. In the same way the Sikh should be listening to the Guru's Shabad. When the Guru's Shabad Chubadaya, when it tells us truths that we don't like to hear, then it's our job to bow our head to that truth. Maharaj says, Hasti sirjo ankas hai, ehrin jo sir de, man tan aage rakh ke, ubbi sev kare. Yo Gurmukh aap nivariye, sab raj srisht ka le. We lower ourselves to our Guru to listen to his whip upon our back. We start to understand that he is speaking the truth. And when he's speaking to Babar and calling him a Jabbar, he's the same Guru who is singing Anand Paya Meri Mai, Sat Guru Main Paya. The same Guru speaks the truth in both places. Because Maharaj says in that Shabad, when they're cussing in Babar Bani, you know what they say to Pai Lalo? They said, oh Lalo, as the Bani is coming to me, I say out to you, Jaisi mein aave kasam ki Bani, Tasra kari gyan ve Lalo. And Maharaj says, Sach ki Nani, Sach ki Bani, Nanak Akhe, Sach sunai si, Sach ki Bela. They said, speak the Bani of the truth, I'll make you listen to the truth, because it's the time for truth. In our Panth, we seem to want to face away from the truth. We just want the easy bit of Sikhi. We like the bit of Sikhi which tells us, come to Gurdwara, this is a nice kirtan. If I had a beautiful voice up here, I was singing kirtan for 1 hour, people would love it. More people would come up if you were singing. But when you start talking about the things in the world, some people say, I can't deal with that. I just want to keep my little circle. We don't want to cope with that. So Maharaj is telling us that live in that world, live in that home, Jitte sada sachate ave. That let not be that in the Sad Sangat we tell you everything is okay when everything is not okay. If it's the way it is, let's face up to it. Let's not hide away from it. Jitte sada sachate ave. And Guru Sahib is making that house inside each one of us. Guru Sahib is making each one of us into that Saachhaa Ghar. That they can start to create this house. And what do you do when you create a house? If you want to make a house look nice and pretty, when people buy a new house, what do they do with that new house? They clear it out of all the gand they don't want anymore. They clear it out, all the kaam, krodh, lobh, moh, hankar is not needed. We don't need that stuff. The Maharaj gets rid of it. Then they paint it fresh, give it a nice new swaroop. And many of you have bought a house, think about the house and think you apply it to yourself. We make it fresh. Guru Maharaj makes us look something new like this. They put their own rang on top of us, so we stand out. Then what do? They start to put their bani inside that place. They make that place smell nice with their own bani. They go, "Hun swada hoga." Now the Sikh will look beautiful. They start to put the bani inside that person. And then that person starts to face up to the truth of themselves. The kind of people we've got in our Paath that are doing gande kam, when they've got bani, they're reading bani but they're reading gande kam, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with them is, they didn't clear out the gand beforehand. They didn't want to face up to the truth. What do we do in our community? We need to find out that somebody is being dodgy. When they were a kirtani or a katha vachik, we keep quiet about it. We don't want to talk about it. We have situations now, people that are famous in the Paath getting done for grooming. But you know what? When we don't want to face up to it, that means that we've got a problem inside us. It's our galti, it's our kami that we don't want to face up to the truth. Because Saachai is the higher way. And Guru Maharaj is telling us to face up to the truth. And if we start to make that house inside us, we'll become Guru's treasure. And Baad the Char Sahibzade is told, Manu Khyal Aaya, this week when I was thinking about this Shabad, Ki Guru Maharaj is trying to make that house inside every single one of us. So that when he says, Ki char muwe ta kya hua, jeevat kai hazar, in that, what Guru Sahib is saying is that he wants every single one of us to become like that house of his, where he's inside, he shines, so the rest of the world will go, Wah, Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Why? Because look at his children. If he can create children like that, he can create one of us into one of his children as well. Guru Maharaj has that power to make one of us into one of his children and make us do those things that the world can look at his children and go, Wah, Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Guru Maharaj wants us to represent him in this world. Maharaj says, Khalsa mera mukh hai anga. Khalsa is my mukh ang. Ang is like a limb, Sasangaji, like a hand or an arm. Maharaj is saying, become my hand, become my leg upon this world. Mera mukh, my senior, my most foremost ang. That's what you are. When you look in the movie, Mata Gujri Ji, Gangu comes to her house, steals her money, and she says to him, don't worry, take this khajana. I don't need this khajana, she says. Take this treasure. She goes, my real treasure is here in the Chote Sahibzade. That is Guru's khajana as well. Guru Sahib doesn't care about the money. He don't care about these buildings. He cares about these people here, this sangat. These children of his is what he cares about. There's no point making these big mandir, these big temples that we make, if inside that we haven't got the Guru's children being nurtured, so they don't become more and more khalsa. He's looking for that khajana. And why should we sing it? Why should Maharaj says ki tusi Gaavhu? Because Sasangaji, with singing you come to love. You know what happens in this world? People that get too much gyan, too much facts, too much knowledge, they become very dry. And what happens is they become a bit strict. As they become strict and dry, they can't relate to the common person. And then we find it hard to relate to them. And this was happening in our Paath as well. Way too many people that are way knowledgeable about Bani, but they don't seem to shine with that joy of singing Bani. If you look at two ends of the spectrum, you got people that are very hardcore, but they don't enjoy singing Kirtan. They become too hardcore, like you see the 84. People that are seriously into the 84 stuff, and you just put a Kirtan program on, and then they walk out. There's something wrong with that person. If a Sikh has got the Pagadari, everything, the Mala, Kirpan, Gatra, when a Shabad starts, he's like, leave, forget this, and walks out. There's something wrong with that person. Not that he's a bad person, but that person needs that medicine, and medicine is given to him and he's rejecting it. Because this Sohilaa, this Bani will make us soft inside. As you become soft inside, we will get the daya that we need. Daya is the main thing that we need. From compassion, from love, we will be able to serve other people and see what's up with them. And not serve them in a way that will ruin everything, but serve them in the right way. Daya. We can become too mathematical, too scientific, but what happens is you end up getting too proud. And what happens on the other end is you get those people that don't keep the Khalsa Roop, but then they know a lot about Sikhi, they've read their books and history, but they haven't fallen in love with their Guru. And they come to Gurdwara and they go, all these religious people, they sing Kirtan stuff. Yeah, but I know what it's all about. It's a very scientific and dry religion as well. You know? And they can kill a Sikhi as well because they haven't got that pyar inside them. So what unites us all is Kirtan. Everybody should be enjoying Kirtan. If you're not enjoying Kirtan Satsangaji, my benti to you, there's something wrong with the heart. Because when we start to sing Kirtan and we love it, then our heart will melt. So if our heart is patthar dil, then it's not going to melt with that Bani. So Maharaj says, Japji Sahib, they go, Saachaa Sahib, Saachai. They go, he's a true master. His name is true, Pakhya, Pao, Apar. They go, you know what his language is? Pakhya means language. They say his language is love. Pao means love. Pakhya, Pao, Apar. By Baljeet Singh did Katha of this on our channel. God's language is love. So the way for us to create that love, Maharaj has given us Bani. Gur ki Bani syo rangalai. Maharaj said, with the Guru's Bani, you will fall in love with Vaheguru. Fall in love with the Bani, sing the Bani, and the Bani, conversely, at the same time, will make you love God. That's what it will do for you. Gur ki Bani syo rangalai, Gur kirpal hoye, dukh jai. The sadness will go. When you fall in love with God, the sadness will go from your heart straight away. And in the Akal Ustad, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj again speaks about love. Some people think, wow, Guru Gobind Singh Ji is all hardcore warrior. But look at what they say to us. They go, Sach kaho, sun le ho sabe, jin prem kiyo, tin hi prabh payo. They go, listen very carefully. Let everybody listen very carefully. Only those who love will get to Vaheguru. So, how do we remove this strictness, this pride, this lack of feeling, this lack of daya? All by listening to Bani, singing Kirtan. And I was listening to Katha this week, and the Gyani Kulwant Singh was talking about what happens in Baghdad when Guru Nanak Dev Ji goes there. You know Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to Baghdad, yeah? When they went there was a Peer there, very famous Peer, Dastagir. Dastagir was the most famous person in Baghdad. He was respected, the most hardcore of all the mullahs. Very well respected. And obviously in Islam they don't allow Kirtan. Guru Maharaj went there with Pai Mardana Ji. Pai Mardana Ji Rababi. Pai Mardana Ji brings out the Rabab. They start singing Kirtan. Just a little bit outside Baghdad city. What happens? Some of the people from Baghdad went to listen to Baba Nanak. And one of the P. Dastagir's students went there as well. So the student's coming back to P. Dastagir, and he says, where have you been? He says, there's a new fakir in town. Ek nawa fakir aaya hai. Fakir means a holy person in that language, in Arabic. That's why they call Nanak Shah Fakir, Hinduan ka Guru, Musliman ka Peer. These are holy people that were traveling. He goes, a new fakir has come and he sings Kirtan. He sings music. He goes, it's amazing. P. Dastagir goes, how could you come here to me now? As one of my students, You just been and sat and listened to Kirtan, listened to music. Aren't you ashamed? He goes, I'm very ashamed. He goes, but you shouldn't go there. He says to Peter, he goes, you don't go. Peter goes, why not? Because if you go there, you're going to fall for it as well. Because his music is not like normal music. He opens his mouth, he sings, and everybody's stunned solid. No one can move. You know how he describes it? He says when he's singing, he goes, the cows stop giving milk, and the baby of the cow stops drinking milk. Even the animals are listening to, what is this? What is this sound? Bhan Maharaj's Shabad is so powerful. Kabir ji says in their Bani, they go, Kabir, Gunga hoa bavara, Bera hoa kaan. He goes, I've become a Gunga now, I've become mute, mere kuch bol nahi honda. He goes, my ears are gone deaf, I've gone insane. What does he say? What happened? He goes, Pavote pingal paya. He will go, even my feet don't move anymore. I've become like a cripple. I'm stuck here. Kyo? Maria Satgur Ban. The Guru has struck me with an arrow. Bas utthe hi main fas gaya. I'm stuck. I can't hear. So I think kai bari inj hunda hai, someone comes to Gurdwara, Shabad comes on and they just can't move anymore. They burst into tears. They're crippled. Nothing works anymore because the Guru's Shabad has pierced them in their heart. And this happened to Peter Sagi's student. Gurbani says to us, Maharaj says in their Bani, Guru Ramdas Ji, they go, Mere man prem lago har tir. My heart is being struck by God's arrow. And they say, Hamri bedan har prabh jane, mere man antar ki peer. They go, only God knows the pain inside me now. What arrow he shot me. No one else understands my pain. Only God understands my pain now. Hamri bedan. My state, har prabh jane, mere man antar ki peer. Peer here means pain. And you know that sound that they described, that Bhai Gurdas Ji described for Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj? They say that Guru Nanak Ji went there and he did a bang. Very loud bang. Now the word bang nowadays is used for the Islamic prayer call. You know when they shout from the top of the minaret, they shout out. But you know where the word comes from in Punjabi, where it comes from? It comes from the sound of the cockerel. When the cockerel makes a really loud sound, and it's like it just pierces through the air. Piercing sound. That's what they say, that Guru Nanak Ji, when he sang Kirtan at that time in Baghdad, when Peter Sagi went to see him, Maharaj made this noise, and Peter Sagi himself was stunned. That what is this? There's something new. The Guru's Bani. This is the power of Bani. And Maharaj says that sing this Bani, sing it so your heart melts, sing it inside the Sadh Sangat, sing it in the home that you prepared for your Guru, your internal house, and then when you sing it, you will fall in love with Waheguru, and then you will be amazed by what comes next. Maharaj says in the Shabad, in Anand Sahib, they go about to go, they say, Sacho tyav hai, ja tud pav hai, Gurmukh jina bujav hai. They go, Maharaj, who will be able to do this then? Who can sing your Bani? They go, Sacho tyav hai. They meditate upon you, Waheguru, ja tud pav hai. Ja means if. If they please you, Jan to the Paveh, if they make you happy, Maharaj, then only they can sing you. Then only they can meditate upon you. Sasangaji Bani says to us that the whole world says Ram, Ram. But it doesn't mean you get Ram. Ram, Ram karta jag phire, Ram na paya jai, Maharaj says. The whole world, sab jag phire, walks around saying Ram, Ram. Why is it saying this? Why is Kabir Ji saying this? Because you know what happens to us nowadays? We see something bad, we say, oh, Waheguru. We trip over, we're about to crash the car, we say, Waheguru. But at normal time, we can't sit and say, Waheguru. When we've got a pint of beer in our hands, we can't say, Waheguru. Fish haram andiya. When we're doing the wrong things, we can't say, Waheguru. But when we want to be saved, we say, Waheguru. And Kabir Ji is saying, you know what, in this world, people say Ram, Ram all the time. Ram, Ram, India, people in India normally say Ram, Ram anyway. Something bad, Ram, Ram. He's saying those people that just say these words, but they don't really feel these words, those people that just say this, but don't really focus upon what they're actually saying, God's name, because they won't get to God. Give him milega. They say those people that become a Gurmukh, the ones that sort themselves out from inside, they take on the Guru Like a child who is lost finds their mother again, is so happy, falls into the mummy's lap. They get so khush with their guru, and they just give a big jappi to the guru. Guru Maharaj, don't let me go now. After a lot of wandering, I finally found you. Sometimes when the children, when you come home, the children grab you, and they're crying when you go. The parents do feel like, oh, my dukha de raha to the child when I leave the child, but they get khush as well. Isn't it nice? My child loves me so much. We should be like that with our guru. Grab hold of him and say, Maharaj, main tanu chhadna nahi hon. I've got you now, ab na chhodna. Maharaj says, they say, tum nahi toro to hum nahi tore. If you don't break with me now, I will not break with you either. I'll get hold of you. That's why a Sikh should do the ardas ki dolan te rakho Prabhu, Nanak de kar hath. Let me grab hold of you and never let go. And Maharaj says, Sacho tyaveh ja tud paveh. If we please our Guru, if we start to become a Gurmukh, we start to listen to him, really listen to him, we start to say, you know what, Guru Sahib, your hukum is how I'm going to live my life. We start to say to him, Guru Maharaj, you're saying X, Y and Z, my mind is saying A, B and C, let me ignore A, B and C and let me listen to your X, Y, Z. What you say is more important than what my mind thinks. As we start to take that hukam upon his head, as we start to say ki Maharaj, furman tera sire upar, phir na kar de vichar. Maharaj, your hukam, your furman is on top of my head. Furman tera sire upar, phir na kar de vichar, tu hi darya, tu hi karya, tujhe te nistar, bande, bandagi ikhtiyar. They say, I become a banda of yours. I become your servant and I'm focused on your bandagi, on your worship, single-mindedly. I've got nothing else I'm focused upon, just upon you. Bande, bandagi, ikhtiyar, sahib roz taro ke pyar. Even if he loves us, he gives us so much naam, or doesn't give us any naam, we focus upon his charan. What happens to us? We're greedy. We come to Gurdwara, if we don't connect in 5 minutes, we think, forget it. I'm going to go home, go back to what I used to do before. That doesn't make any sense. Guru Maharaj is asking us, how much are you prepared to give up for this? The Panj Pyare, they gave up everything. How can we stop at the first stage? The whole point was to give up everything and trust Guru Maharaj that he will give us everything back. What's happening now is we give a little bit, we want 10 times back. We give a little bit more, we want 10 times more back. De de mange sensa guna, sob kare sansar. Maharaj says, you give a little bit, you want 100 times more back. Imagine how priceless naam is. The experience of God is so priceless. And people want to do a little bit apart and get it. 20 minute line Rera Sahib and they want to feel Waheguru. Waheguru is so priceless. How can we feel him? By giving a little bit of what we have. Maharaj says, give yourself fully. Tana mana tana sahab saump Guru ko. Hukam maniye paiye. Give your mind, body and soul to your Guru. Accept his hukam and then you make him happy. The game was to make the Guru happy. The game was not to connect to Waheguru. That's going to come anyway. Guru Sahib's khushiyan mean that he will connect you to Waheguru. The game was to make the Guru happy. Maharaj says, Sacho tyaveh ja tud paveh Gurmukh jina bujave. The Gurmukhs are those people that understand that, oh Waheguru, I don't have to worry about getting to Waheguru, I got to worry about pleasing my Guru. If we please our Guru, I'll get to Waheguru anyway. Because Guru Sahib has got Gur Kirpa. Guru Sahib has got Kirpa in his hands, Gur Prasadi. Everything is but the Guru's Prasad. We're not here to find Waheguru, we are here to please our Guru. And Waheguru will come alongside. Oh, Anji mil jana. You can't touch fire and not get burnt. If you got fire, you got somewhere to get burnt as well. Same with the Guru. If you got Guru in your heart, you're going to find Waheguru, because Guru and Waheguru are the same. Saraswati, this Bani is not some normal Bani. Turki Bani ai, ten sagali chint mitai. This is Turki Bani ai, this is Waheguru's own words. Other Dharams have got a holy book. We haven't got a holy book, we've got God itself. Let's make that very clear. Pothi Parmeshwar ka Than. They haven't got God. They've only got a book. We've got God. Our Guru Granth Sahib Ji is not for us a book. Our Guru Granth Sahib Ji for us is God. Waho Waho Bani Nirankar hai. Bani is Nirankar Vaheguru. You can feel Vaheguru inside you. If you put that Nirankar Bani in, Nirankar inside will come out. That's why Maharaj says, sing it. This is not just the prescription, it is the solution. It is the medicine. Naam. Bani is Naam, Bani is Vaheguru. Guru Granth Sahib Ji for us is God. If we start treating it like God in our house, that will change our life. If you start treating that Bani as God and not just as Guru's words or a book, it will change our life. To be in that room, you're in the presence of God, Matha teko. Matha take to your Gudke. Why do you think you should Matha take only to Guru Granth Sahib Ji? What's in Guru Granth Sahib Ji? It's the same thing in your Gudka. Matha take to your Gudka. That's what we should be doing. Teach our kids. Utthe Matha teko, kithe Bani samne. Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. When we understand this, Maharaj says, Gurmukh jana bujave. As those people understand, they'll become a Gurmukh. They'll start facing their Guru and they'll please him by becoming a Gurmukh, and Guru Maharaj will sachote ave. He will bless us to meditate upon God's name. That's his kirpa. The solution is through Guruji. And once eho sach sabna ka khasam hai, jis bakse so jan pavhe. Maharaj says this truth. Which truth? Gurbani. Eho sach. This Bani, this Vaheguru is Adi Sach, Jugad Sach, Happy Sach, Nanak Hosi Pi Sach. In Sat Yug, Gurbani was still true. In all the Jugs, in every single age, from the beginning of time to the end of time, Gurbani will remain the truth and Gurbani will remain God. There's not going to be any more God that comes out. This is God here on earth. Akal Purakh is ruling the earth through Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Eho Sach, this Bani, Sabna ka khasam hai. It's the master of everybody. Every single animal, every single bird, every single human being is being ruled by Guru Granth Sahib Ji right now. Because Guru Granth Sahib Ji is Vaheguru. We've got to get this in our kids' head. This is God here. This is not something else. This is God. You want to see God? Read Bani. That's what it means, isn't it? It's not just that you bow down to it. You treat it like God. You go and do darshan of Gurbani. Do darshan of Gurbani, you get darshan of God. Read Paath in the morning, you're doing darshan of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, you're doing darshan of God. Holy, He will give you His darshan as well. As you take His darshan, He will give you His darshan. You know, imagine you're standing outside the king's gate door. The king is inside and he's got his door closed. And you're standing outside petitioning. You're getting the king's darshan. You've gone to the king's door, you're standing there singing his Bani, you're standing at the king's door. The day he opens his door, he will give you his darshan. Darshan dije khol ke baar. That's what Bani is saying. Oh Vaheguru, I'm standing outside your door, dar mande thade darbar. I'm standing outside your door. Now open your door and give me darshan. That's what Sikh is doing when they read their part. That's why Sikh is sitting here and singing, bowing down to Guru Granth Sahib Ji. They're saying, oh Gurbani, oh Akal Purakh Vaheguru, in the form of Bani, when I sing you, give me your darshan. And we do that in satsang, we will get so blessed. This is our Lord and Master. Eho sach sabna ka khasam hai, jis bakse so jan paave. Satsang ji, what does that mean for us? Guru is Sache Padshah, the king of this world and the king of the next world. This world is controlled by Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The next world is also controlled by Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is God. The next world is controlled by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, i.e. Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We're going to get this into our head, this tripartite model. Vaheguru, Guru and Bani, all the same. No difference. Now I want to talk about what happened in Jodhpur this week. Because what they did is they walked into our house in the Saachai Ghar and they burned down our God. They walked into a Gurdwara. If you didn't know, in Jodhpur just this week, somebody walked into a Gurdwara where there was Prakash of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. They walked in, they poured kerosene over Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and they set fire to Maharaj. Now look at this word, hey? In a Gurdwara, in front of Guru Granth Sahib, there's kirpana, aren't there? There's weapons there. If somebody had the guts to walk into a Gurdwara and burn the thing that we worship the most, Sada Isht. Sant Anand Sahib never ever called Granth Sahib by his name. That was their main name, Isht, our beloved. They had those guts now. Why? Because we don't scare anybody. We're pussycats now. We're not lions. We were a shared family, but we're not anymore. We're pussycats. And no one's scared of them. Walk straight into our house, burn Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And who is to blame? We can blame that person, but Satsang Ji. And they have a dera here in Hayes. We went there today. They got a dera in Hayes. Just behind that pub. What was it called? The Wheat Sheaf. Just behind there. In that jaga, there's people with turbans on. People who are of the Noor Meliya sect. What are those people? They follow Ashutosh, who's now frozen. He's dead. But they're keeping him, his frozen body, they don't want to burn him. Ashutosh in India, they follow him, and they've got a sect here in Hayes. 10 minutes drive from this Gurdwara. And what happens in that place? There's Sikhs that go there. People with pagga. We saw a guy with a full dadi, kurta pajama, and the star. Was that that place today? Don't they understand who they're associating with? Don't we realize that these people are now the doshi of the Panth? They've declared war on the Khalsa Panth. You can't declare war any more than this. Wars have been launched on less than this. You go into someone's house and burn their father, you're at war with that person. I'll tell you now. There is no way you're not at war with that person. You burn their own father down in their own house. There's no other thing to say about it. The Khalsa Panth should now be at war with the Ashutosh sect. There's nothing else about it. They've burned our father in our own house. What else could be worse? If Al Qaeda can declare war on the US, we can declare war on the Ashutosh sect. Now, how does that war take place? Firstly, we should not talk to any single person who belongs to that sect. Rani, Bani, Roti, Sanj, Roti, Beta, Sanj, it's out. No more talking to any single person who belongs to this group. Don't talk to them, don't converse with them, don't eat with them, total boycott. Don't buy anything from them. Not a single Sikh. If you find out somebody goes to this group, we should not be relating to them whatsoever. They're at war with us. They burnt our father in our own house. Tu mera pita, tu hai mera mata, tu mera bandhap, tu mera prata, tu mera rakha, sabni thai, ta pahoke ha kada jiyo. Now, what does Mara say next? Na Shabad Manj Mahalla Panjwa. What do they say next? Tumri kirpa te tud pachana, tu meri ot tu hai mera mana. If we don't realize that Guru Granth Sahib Ji is the person who's been keeping us alive this whole life, Guru Granth Sahib Ji is the person who's giving us everything from day one. If we don't understand that, then hadi kirpa nahi hoi sadi tak. Kirpa ta hovegi ki Mara says tumri kirpa te tud pachana. When he blesses us, we realize who Guru Granth Sahib Ji really is. He is Waheguru. They walked into our house and done this to us. How can we associate with these people? Every single organization should issue a hukum that no one is to associate with the Noor Maliyas whatsoever. At all. The people that go there probably don't even realize half what's going on, but they will realize when no one speaks to them anymore. We'll be out there now filming them and put pictures up of them. So you can know who these people are, so you can boycott them as well. Otherwise we won't know. They're going to walk into our Gurdwara, we won't even know who this person is. They might be even on committees. That person who was there today, he might even be a Granthi that you see other Gurdwara who's doing Granthi Seva one day a week there, one day a week somewhere else. We've got to wise up to what's going on in this world. There is a serious campaign going on to literally embarrass us. Embarrass us so much. What is left? If somebody's coming to our house and burn our father down, what's left for respect? Tu meri ot, tu hai mera mana. You are my respect. They burned the Guru. How can we got any more respect left? And Saad Sangat ji, let me tell you one thing. Guru Granth Sahib Ji chose that Shahidi. Guru Granth Sahib Ji gave Shahidi, but they chose to give that Shahidi. They could have stopped it straight away. Guru Granth Sahib Ji doesn't allow things to happen to them without their own hukum. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is not a book. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is God. So God chose to have that happen to God. Just like Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj sat on Tati Tavi and chose to be Shaheed, in the same way Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj chose to be Shaheed this week to show us what? To show us how low we become, how useless we become, how much of an idiot we become that someone can walk into our house and the Granthi is not even there to guard our Guru. The Granthi is gone out. There is no one in the Gurdwara. He had the audacity to walk around Guru Granth Sahib Ji, put petrol on there, kerosene and set fire. No one was there to stop him. That means what's going on in our Gurdwara? Whose fault is it? It's our fault. No one else's fault. Maharaj said, Dadda dostan diyo kise. Don't blame anybody else. Jo main kiya, so main paya. Dost na dijiye avajana. We ourselves have stopped treating Guru Granth Sahib Ji as our Guru. We stopped treating Guru Granth Sahib Ji as the word of God, as our Waheguru. We made it into a book. Books don't need protection. But our Guru, he has his army at the ready. And the Guru always had Paredar. Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj always had Paredar. You couldn't just walk into Guru Granth Sahib Ji's Hazri. They will stop you and say, where are you going? Who are you? If a Sikh comes in, there's Shastras here, but the Shastras are supposed to be on us as well. They're not ceremonial weapons lying here. The people are supposed to be guarding Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. We've totally lost the idea of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. They're going into places they shouldn't be going into. And somebody yesterday, Pajit Singh was telling me, somebody walked into a Gurdwara and they said, can we have the book for the prayer? That was how they addressed. They were Punjabi family as well. They said, can we have the book for a part we want to have? That's all they think about nowadays. Because we treat it the same way. We don't teach people that this is Bani, word of God. We don't teach people that Guru Granth Sahib Ji is what came down as Guru Nanak. And Guru Granth Sahib Ji is what Maharaj became again. Dasa Paatshaayan di Jyot. Tana Tana, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj chose Shahidi. And how many more Shahidis do we need of our Guru to realize what's going on in our world? How many times our father have to get burnt alive just to show us that we've totally lost what our father is about? Jabe ban lagyo, tabe ros jagyo. What should be our ros? What is that anger that should come inside us? We should be angry with ourselves. How did we allow this to happen? We don't even know how many Guru Granth Sahib Ji Sarups there are in this country. We have no clue how many are here. We don't know what way they looked after. We got people ordering Sarups from India, turning up by airmail. We got a guy from China ordering to having them printed by the thousands from China by Chinese people. We have no clue what's going on with our own Guru, our own father. There is no system. A lot of Gurdwara don't even know how many Sarups they've got. Imagine. If the whole Gurdwara is about the Guru, it's a Guru's home, we should know how many Sarups we have of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We should know if we're taking Guru Maharaj to someone's house, can they look after Maharaj? Do they even know? If they can't take care of Guru Maharaj, do we have a system they can come and give Maharaj back to us at the Gurdwara? No. The system is totally messed up. We need to have an overarching authority to manage the respect of Guru Granth Sahib Ji in this country. And that authority should know where every single Sarup of Maharaj is kept. And is that person who looks after Maharaj got the training to look after Maharaj? If they haven't got the training, we can train them. We're not trying to control that Maharaj shouldn't go to a Gur Sikh's house. But if the house has got sharab and it's got meat inside the house, then it's not living like a Gurdwara, is it? Then there should be no Guru Granth Sahib Ji Sarup there. This is a hukamnama come from Akal Takht. Akal Takht has said that there should be no Guru Granth Sahib Ji Sarups in the house, but there's alcohol in the house. And yet we all know that they're there. We all know that there's houses with sharab and Guru Granth Sahib Ji in the same house. And how besharam are we? Got no man, no respect left in this world. Maharaj says in Sukhmani Sahib, they go apni pratit aap hi khove. बहुत उसका विश्वास ना होवे. We lose our own faith in this world and no one trusts us again. People don't trust us now because we don't take care of our own Guru. We say Guru Granth Sahib is our father, we don't treat like our father. We say Eho Sach Sabna Ka Khasam Hai. We say he's our father, he's our Lord and Master. This truth is our Lord and Master, but we don't treat like our Lord and Master, because then we would take care of Maharaj. We need to explain to people that Guru Maharaj is not just a book that you can take to your house. It's not just something nice you want to have Maharaj come to your house. It's actually the Guru, and the house should be suitable. And if you can't take care of Maharaj, then have a part anyway, but you don't need to have Guru Granth Sahib Ji. If your Gurdwara does not have paredar outside, the Gurdwara should have guards at all times. 24/7 there should be somebody in the Gurdwara guarding the place. And if your Gurdwara can't afford to have a guard overnight every day, then why don't we take Guru Maharaj out of there and they can come and get them on a Sunday. Yeah? They can come here on a Sunday, pick up Maharaj from here, go to the little pin Gurdwara where they haven't got Maharaj every day, have them on a Sunday when they're going to have the part, and then bring them back here. There should be a system of respect. CCTV, guards, all these things have to exist. Otherwise, what are we doing here? Walking around in Bana, big kirpana pagga. Our own Guru has got no qadar in this world, in our own heart. We haven't got no respect for our Maharaj. Sometimes it's very hard to think how we're going to do it. Maharaj says, Eho Sach Sabna Ka Khasam Hai, Jis Bakse So Jan Pave. Who he blesses will get him as his master. The person that truly believes that Guru Maharaj is the Lord and Master, people like Baba Anand Singh Ji, people like the Mahapurukhs, they treated Maharaj with so much respect. Baba Harnam Singh Ji, Rampur Khede Wale. There's a Sakhi in there, when once they went on a break, they went somewhere to do Katha. When they came back, they saw that the person who done Sukhasana of Maharaj and Prakash of Maharaj while they were away had not done a very nice job. The clothes were all crumpled. The rumale were not pulled nice and neatly. They weren't looked after Maharaj. Then they saw darshan of Maharaj and they looked very tired. They saw darshan of Guru Maharaj looking very tired and very dishevelled. And they said, Maharaj, what happened here? It's in this Sekhanaiya. They said, what happened? Maharaj says, when you went away, the person looked after Guru Granth Sahib Ji didn't look after them properly. We think it's a book. We treat it like a book. We don't believe it's Guru. We don't believe it's Guru Nanak Dev Ji there right now. If we saw that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is here right now, we would have so much satkar, we have so much respect. We would come here, we bow down, we lie down, we go around Maharaj. We do pranam to Maharaj so many times. People used to go around Guru Maharaj 3 times. You know why 3 times? Man bach karam. My mind is yours, my words are yours, my actions are yours. 3 times they do pardarshan of Guru Maharaj. Parkarma. Now hardly anybody ever does it. Even once. We got to the point now where it's hard for the Sikhs to understand that Guru Granth Sahib Ji is our Guru. Pretty soon they won't believe it anymore. They'll just say, well, it's just some words, isn't it? We don't know it's from God, and we don't know that Guru Granth Sahib Ji is so powerful. And those that value Guru Granth Sahib Ji, look at their respect. Look at how much they respect Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. We're going to be making a set of videos on our channel about how is Prakash done, how is Sukhasana done, how should you have Guru Maharaj in your house. There should be a full bed for once. There should not be on a shelf. Would you put your king to sleep on a shelf? If it's your king, why would you put them on a shelf? People need to be educated. It's not that they're mean-hearted, but they don't know. And in the old days, Guru Maharaj would not just go anywhere. We talked about this last time. There used to be how many gurus? Just one. If you wanted to go see Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, you had to travel to go and see Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. You didn't have a right to have him come in front of you. You had to go and see him. There's only one Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. If you look at Tirmal, who is the son of Baba Gurdwara, the elder brother of Guru Har Rai Maharaj, he stayed in Kartarpur. Why? To stay with the Kartarpuri Beer of Ad Granth. The same bead that Guru Arjan Dev Ji had prepared was in Kartarpur. Tirmal stayed there. Even he realized at that time there's only one Ad Granth. There wasn't that many Ad Granths, there was only one. The one that Guru Arjan Dev Ji made. Why don't we just have a few Granths? It's hard for us to understand this. We should only have a few Swarups of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj in the whole country. Maybe one here in West London, maybe one in East London, maybe one in Birmingham, one or two up north, and that's it. So a Sikh has to go and see Guru Maharaj. Know what they do now? I heard a story from one of the Sikhs was telling that the family was there, was inside the house. Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was coming to the house for a Khand Path. No one was even standing outside. The people had to come with Guru Granth Sahib Ji on their head. They said they were coming in 5 minutes. No one was even standing outside. They'd knock on the door. Imagine Guru Maharaj coming to your house. You're sitting inside watching TV. They knock on the door. The family didn't even get up. They stayed there. They sent someone to say, where is the Prakash room going to be? The Granthis walked in, did Prakash. They should have turned, run and gone back. They said, Maharaj, ek jagah thode jogi nahi. This is not worthy of you, Maharaj. They haven't even stepped outside. They should be standing outside to see the Guru. This is what's happening in our Panth. Day in, day out is happening. The respect for Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the more Swarups there are, the less respect. So what we should need to do now is have less Swarups and therefore more respect. There's only one way to control this. We can't get away with it by magic. We're going to have less Swarups of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Up there, there's Swarups upon Swarups. 2 beds and about 10 Swarups per room, per bed. Is that right? No, it's not. Every Swarup should have their own bed. People say it's too much. If it's too much, then maybe don't have so many Swarups. Anybody who needs a Swarup of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj should be able to go to a place and get them. But they should get checked first. Vetted to see if that place is suitable. There's much more work that needs to be done. We had a meeting yesterday, day before yesterday in Birmingham. The meeting was all about how should we deal with this issue. And the youth all decided there should be a Satkar committee made in this country. Satkar committee should make recommendations about Satkar of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. The Sikh Council should be approving that. All the other organizations should be approving that Satkar committee. And then they should be going around doing an audit of every single Gurdwara to work out how many Swarups they have. Are they being kept properly? There should be a place in this country where bird Swarups that are not usable are going to pay it. If somebody in America or Canada needs Swarups, we should be able to take Maharaj there ourselves, not have to order them from India. Also, Pothi Sahibs. So many Pothi Sahibs are being handed back to Gurdwara now because everybody's got them on their iPads, on their iPhones. They don't need a Gurbani Pothi anymore. So they go to the Gurdwara, they hand it back. The Gurdwara doesn't know what to do with them. So we need to have a library in this country where Guru Maharaj is kept. There needs to be a whole system to increase the respect for Gurbani and decrease the amount of Gurbani that is everywhere. Because what's happening now? People are not really respecting Bani for what it is. The more it comes, the less respect comes. So I've reached the end of the time. We've still got one Pauri left. I didn't get to go to the end. Satsangat ji, Maharaj finished of this Pauri. They go that eho sach sabna ka khasam hai jis bak se so jan paye. If we want so jan pavehi, if we want to get darshan of our Guru, if we want our Guru to give us his kirpa, if we want all that power, then let's treat him like our Guru. The more respect we have for him, the more kirpa he will do upon us. Obviously, because we will please him. Satcho te ave, ja tud pave. If you look at Nanak sir, they treat Guru Maharaj with so much respect. So much respect. It's beautiful to see. It can be a bit strange for people that are new to it, but it's beautiful to see how much respect they have for Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Singh was talking today about Bani. In Asa Diwar, Guru Maharaj says, no, in Sukri Sahib Maharaj says, Birk ki chaya syorang lave. Oh bin se, oh man pachhtave. Maharaj says, you attach yourself to the shade of a tree. What's the point of that? As soon as the sun is gone, there will be no more cloud there. There will be no more shade there. The same way now, people are getting attached to these deities like Ashutosh and all these other people, who when they die, we can't even accept they're dead. Because they've got nothing else to hold on to. They haven't got a Shabad to keep them alive. But Satguru Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Satguru Jagda hai Deo. He's always there for us. If we understand Guru Maharaj is a Bani, we treat Maharaj with respect, we won't get attached to these false Babbes. Not the real Babbe that attach you to Gurbani, but the fake Pakhandi ones that say that they are Satguru. Because Satguru Bajo, Guru nahi koi. There's no Guru but Satguru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. All these Babbes now that come about in India, they're all fake if they don't accept Guru Granth Sahib Ji as their Guru. The ones that bow to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the ones that preach Guru Granth Sahib Ji, they're the ones that we should listen to. The ones that don't, ignore them. Moona lago. Don't even talk to them. Ignore them. And Maharaj finished off this Shabad, Pauri, they say, Kya hai Nanak Sach Sohilaa. Nanak says, this is the truth. This Bani is Ade Sach. The same Sach with the Ankar that comes up at the beginning. Ade Sach, Jugade Sacho, Happy Sacho, Nanak Hosi Pi Sacho. Maharaj says, Kya hai Nanak Sach Sohilaa. This is the true Sohilaa, Sache Kargavi. Sing it in the true house. Our hearts, our souls, and also in the Sad Sangat. Understand the power of Bani when you sing it in Sad Sangat. Which Sangat Har Prabh se Jio will appreciate what Bani really is, will understand that we are the only Dharam, the only religion upon earth that actually has God. Right here. Doesn't mean that they haven't got truth, but they haven't got Puran Parmeshwar here. Gur Mera Pura. Guru is perfect, God is complete here in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. I'm going to finish off there. Next party will be Anand Sahib. That will be the last party of Anand Sahib. So next week, please come as many as you can. We'll try and get some Kirtan in as well for that. Today we just had a bit of Katha. Next week hopefully more Kirtan as well. Kirpa Karni. I'm sure I made loads of mistakes. I may have spoken out of turn. So please forgive me. Anjan bachche samajh ke maaf karna. Aao ral mil ke fateh bulaiye. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Vaheguru